It's our whatever number episode it is, and we're excited to be here. I'm excited.
Woohoo! I love this number.
This whatever number. It's number whatever. This is the Roll Report where we play D&D and do other silly things and occasionally interview people. And thanks for joining us on this adventure. My name is Colin. I am the DM of this whole shindig. I use he and they pronouns, and I am joined by my wonderful heroic trio. Hello, heroic trio.
Hello.
Hello. Let's do our little introductions. We're going to go this way.
Oh.
And you can't see which way I'm pointing because it's an audio medium.
But it's a tricky way.
I am the chosen one. This is Ben. My pronouns are he, him. Thank you all for being here.
Who do you play?
I play the character known as Talus, currently known as Yorick. The old salty sailor of the seas.
Still in the, yes, you still are. Yes.
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 Hi, my name's Kaya, and I use she, they pronouns, and I play Rivulet Starfish.
Hello, I'm your favorite. I use all your favorite pronouns. And my name is Fenner. And I don't actually talk like that. I play Dear Galen, a human.
So dear.
He's
Very
so dear. A human with he, him pronouns who was raised by the octopi.
And very dear.
Yeah, he's a good soul. He's a
Good
golden
dude.
He's
I
a
mean-
golden guy.
Yes. Very.
He's a good lad.
Yeah, it is.
He saved my life, you know.
I'm at some point
we don't
gonna
have
use
time
an
for the
episode
recap.
3 to work on a Scottish accent. It's gonna be horrible, and you're all gonna be inflicted
Oh,
with it.
no. Look, I'll make you a chart. It's really easy if you
We
just
can
make a
have a
little phonetic
competition
chart.
to see
Sure.
who's his worst.
Dialectical chart. Just a dialectical
I
chart
was
for you.
figuring I'd just like
Terrible Scottish accent.
channel the
Oh,
guy
terrible Scottish accent.
from
Can
Our Flag
sometimes
Means
be a
Death,
good Irish one.
Oh,
because he doesn't say a lot either, and is like,
there's a Scot in Our Flag Means Death.
yeah, what's his name? The first mate dude, the only one who actually seems to know how to steer the ship. It's-
I love
anyway,
that show.
let's do a quick recap.
Where are
So,
we?
where the fuck are we? Last time you all left the magic shop in the second ring as Rivulet became bored, and no one noticed anything unusual at all as you left. Your gondola pilot, Rill, and his friend learned about Rivulet's sister's upcoming wedding, and you made your way to the inner ring, observing the grand wizard towers, rich merchant houses, and simple open waters of the elite of the city. You were then taken to a small jetty outside the entrance to the Collegium of Mages, which is a small, square, 4-story tower that absolutely reeked of magic to Rivulet and Yorick. While Galen focused on the many nearby food vendors around the plaza, Rivulet recalled some of the history of the Collegium, as Yorick also cast Detect Magic, which revealed a giant, powerful source of conjuration magic from the top of the building, along with different abjuration magic from the giant sigils on the plaza. You also, in this way, sort of learned about the various colors that were associated with the different schools of classical magic that I'm not going to go over right now. You should have been taking notes.
I did take notes.
Ha!
Detailed notes. They're color coded.
Those notes are
I'm like that
amazing.
kid in elementary school that took notes in multiple colors. That's how
yeah.
my notes look. It's
Great. I'm
amazing.
glad somebody's doing
Yeah,
their
I'm on
homework.
this. I'm on this.
I saw him doing it.
I got you. Yeah, right.
So, you did learn about the color spectrum indicated by the various mages' robes and things. You then entered the tower and you met Betty the Bugbear receptionist who rules the lobby with an iron paw. Rivulet posed as a prospective student with Galen as her companion/bodyguard, and after filling out paperwork was given a tour by Gregory the Satyr. Yorick and your sea elf friend Alistair attempted to gain access using an illusion of a conjuration mage they had spoken to, but the spell was quickly seen through by Betty and her possibly magical spectacles, leaving Yorick wondering what else she might be able to see with them.
Secrets.
Yorick
Secret
revealed Yorick then revealed the truth of the party's business in the Collegium. What was that again?
We are trying to find the name of the person to whom the crate of zombies was mailed. And we got an answer for it, too.
Love that note check. Yes, you're trying to find Professor Ergth from the shipping label.
Right.
Betty agreed to let you search the records office, an immense extra-dimensional space on the 3rd floor. You managed to locate a strong lead, a Professor Raider Alpenstrength of the Illusion College, and also quickly casting Detect Thoughts while Alistair distracted Betty, revealed to Yorick that Betty does not like this professor very much and thinks he doesn't represent the Collegium very well. And then everyone reconvened as Betty led you all to the 4th floor, a large open room with a transparent roof, big stone portal, and a control panel of some sort. As Betty opened the portal, you all realized that the Collegium and its towers are in fact located on the astral plane, anchored to an asteroid. And that is where we are now.
Still caught in our web of lies, pretending not to know each other.
Yes, technically.
We have tangled web, right?
So you
at least we're well fed.
Right.
Well fed. So you're all in this large transport room. Galen and Rivulet, Gregory is kind of like trying to slightly nudge you out of the way a little bit. Alistair is just like staring through the portal, fascinated. And Betty is sort of waiting there. But you see just this, a circular slice of air has disappeared and been replaced with this portal into the astral.
Does being close to the stars enhance my star druid capabilities?
Interesting. No?
Do I feel anything by being closer to the star?
Make a wisdom check.
I was going to say, only you can answer that.
What do I, this one?
Yeah, that plus your wisdom.
Not very close
We
to the
should have
stars.
warmed up these dice.
Right.
I think we didn't roll
That was
any
a nat
before
one.
we
This one's
started.
broken.
At some point, I don't know. Sometimes
That's
dice
so
seem to have
tragic.
strong opinions about who uses them. No, as you look through this portal, you feel just the sort of the normal awe-inspiring majesty of looking into the astral and seeing this beautiful silvery space, occasionally punctuated by objects drifting through it, but nothing magical.
Well, I'm still really pissed off and in a hormonal teenage rut because I got dissed by the lady. So that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
An excuse for everything.
Gregory does not notice at all. He's just kind of standing there like, yes, and you see that through the portal is where you would actually be taking classes and trying to continue playing up his tour guide. Galen, what are you doing in this moment? What does it feel like for you seeing this amazing astral space on the other side of a portal?
It actually takes me back to the first time, my earliest memory, being in the water and looking up at the sky and thinking, I can't breathe like all these people around me. And then coming up into the air and being like, oh, I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Because as you know, I was raised by octopuses who, oddly enough, they saved me. But that's all besides the point. I just am having like a really deeply personal moment. I would say staring into this different plane and thinking about planes of existence laying on top of each other like water and air.
Exactly like water and air. Yorick.
I am peering across the asteroid. The towers are on the asteroid?
Yeah, you make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, terrible.
That was a
Terrible
2.
perception check. That is a 2.
So
Not very good at perceiving.
Yeah.
Never have been.
I mean, what you can see, I think you can all sort of make a rough guess of what is on the other side, because you can see sort of a several pathways leading to several different towers.
Okay.
And each of them seems to have some sort of like magical aura around it or something, bits of color and like clear magical, what's the word I want? I don't know. Sparks and flashes and flares of light. And it looks like, the portal would face sort of half of this circle. And so you're like, oh, I can see 3 to 4 of these towers. There's probably enough. And the if you were to maybe go through the portal the other side, you would see the other way, if that makes sense.
Okay, well, I'm trying to find the illusion tower, which is an iridescent bluish violet. See how good my notes are?
Yeah.
Oh, and then as I'm spacing out into my like deep self-contemplation, I hear this.
You hear my thoughts?
Their thoughts, and then I want to roll a perception check.
Sure.
Can I do that?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, how do you hear his pop?
Oh my god!
Seriously, don't roll that dice anymore, people. It's broken. I told you.
That's insane. I was like, surely.
I just
For
used
those
that one
listening
again
at home,
yesterday, I
that is
swear.
another crit
I want to
fail.
use my luck thing.
So
but
far,
I feel like
we
it's
rolled
not
3
worth
dice,
it.
and it's been a 1, a 2, and a 1.
So,
It's doing great so far.
Galen, as you look through, all you can think about is the octopuses. And in fact, there's like a little brief swirl of sort of silvery clouds going by. Like, is that an
Herman?
octopus shape? Yeah, it looks exactly like Herman.
Yeah, he always swam kind of.
Is
on
it like
his
a little bit
side.
lopsided? Like it's sort of at a
You know
diagonal,
him?
but still moving.
The octopus in
astral
my
knows all.
body is like waving hello at that octopus in the sky.
Betty at this point has kind of like been standing there waiting and makes a bit of an impatient gesture. I believe you two should go through. If you can't see the Illusion College, just, wait till the portal closes, go around, and if you need to come back, find another Betty.
There's another Betty.
Well, I can't really explain it because it seems like a bit of a coincidence, but almost every tower should have at least one Betty.
Well, that's very convenient.
We get together on Saturdays for teeth.
That sounds delightful.
Oh, and gossip a little bit, of course. I'm sorry, I meant, of course not. We're very professional.
We won't tell if you don't tell.
Gregory, I'm not sure this is the best time for a tour. Princess and companion. We sort of a problem that these two kind gentlemen are dealing with.
Oh, is there any way that we can help?
You're so kind. That's a great idea. Yeah, I'd love to help too.
I'm going to say make a persuasion check. Either one of you with advantage or both of you independently.
I have advantage.
+6.
You have +6?
Yeah,
I have
buddy.
+5. Okay.
Wow.
I'm a very
Really charismatic people.
guy.
No wonder I'm so taken by
octopuses are very sensitive people.
Right. That's so true. That's so true. Hey,
Okay.
19.
getting somewhere.
But with advantage. So roll twice and take the higher of the two.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one's
Yeah.
kind.
Could do even better.
Rivulet is
helping.
Oh, wait, I have stuff that I can like up your advantage and things.
What? Do we need that already?
We already have advantage.
It's a cantrip.
Look, we already got
Okay.
it. Save it. Save it.
I don't need to save it. It's at will.
Cantrips are.
Well,
okay.
it's clearly going to be the first.
So not that one.
Not the nat one.
So we got 19.
19. Oh, well, yes, I suppose that would be, I don't know how much of a problem it is, but these two gentlemen have discovered that one of our professors might have had these shipments of skeletons sent to his office. And we are trying to figure out what's going on with that.
Whoa. What? That's wild.
Make a deception check.
What?
Here, the box
Oh,
works
yeah.
too.
Give me the
Roll in the
box.
box.
Just give me the
This
box.
is the problem.
14.
All right.
And then deception. Well, I get a +4 of that. So I got to say that's an 18, buddy.
Highly deceptive.
Highly deceptive motherfucker.
Yeah. You super play it off, super cool.
Yes.
Betty just goes, "Oh, yes, it is quite a surprise. Well, if you're offering, I guess then, sure.
We'd certainly love to have any help we can get. We don't know about this Alpenstrength fellow, but given that he's had skeletons and a zombie ogre mailed to him, I'm not certain I trust him entirely.
Oh, yes, quite. It would be most helpful to have another two sets of eyes. In fact, Betty's like, okay then. Well, you'll go through the portal. The portal will close behind you. Don't worry about it. It's merely a safety precaution to make sure that nothing just comes back through onto our side. Wouldn't want to destroy the city accidentally with a dreadnought, would we? Haha. Yeah, it's not really a joke. It actually almost happened once. But any, like I said, the other Bettys should be able to get you back here very easily. I guess good luck. I'm afraid I have to return to my own lobby and make sure that it continues running smoothly. Gregory, they seem fine. Yes, you've walked around with them. Yes. The princess is yes, a very, very keen eye for detail. Very intelligent. Would make a wonderful addition to our student body. Your Majesty, and bows slightly.
Oh, what a sweetie! Thanks, both of you, Betty and Gregory, for all of your support and services. We'll be going through the portal now, shall we?
Yes. Please, after you.
All right, we're going through the portal. I leap through head first.
Make a dexterity save.
Oh, I hurt myself.
You try to do like a really cool dive roll through, and then you realize on the other side is like a few steps and sort of like awkwardly fall down the steps as you try to roll. Alistair follows you a moment later, and Galen and Rivulet, as you two step through, Gregory gives you a little nod. Betty gives you a very small bow. As you step through, you can just sort of feel the portal close behind you.
Rivulet puts her nose up at Betty and kind of gives her a stiff shoulder and sweeps by.
You hear this like little, I'm sorry, as it closes. So as you step through and look around, you can see a little more clearly because the portal behind you sort of vanishes and becomes just an empty stone circle. So you can see you are roughly in the center of 8 towers, and little paths lead from the portal to each of them. Above you is the silvery space of the astral sea with little magical lights, small shapes appearing into the silver clouds, distant, slowly tumbling asteroids. And somewhere very, very far away, you can just sort of see the edges of some sort of immense shape. Not really humanoid, but maybe? And drifting slightly away from your perspective as you all stand for just a moment and watch. And as you begin to focus on the Collegium itself, you can see that each tower is similar but unique in its own way. Banners of the appropriate color hang beside the ground level entrance, embroidered with the sigil of that particular school. And some of those different sort of signifiers of that magic. So the Abjuration Tower has very prominent glowing wards surrounding it. The Necromancy Tower just seems to have this constant flood of spirits and other sort of ghostly, spectral figures just swarming around it, and so on.
Creepy.
Alistair kind of looks around and gestures, and you see one of them does have the Illusion School sigil and those same sort of iridescent banners hanging right next to it. And as you walk closer, it looks kind of from the outside like this tower just goes up forever. But a very obvious illusion. As soon as you get 10 feet closer, it begins to appear more of an actual tower. About 100 feet high, granite, round tower, and windows on most of the floors that seem like they move occasionally. Even just watching them, like one will sort of like close and disappear and be replaced by blank stone and reappear 20 feet to the left, or actually move across the face of the tower. And seems to be following some sort of magical impulse. The outside of it has a fantastical collection of all of the flora and fauna of the archipelago, erupting from crevices at impossible angles, creatures and plants from every known island making strange homes, and very unlikely friendships. It seems pretty clear that the most sophisticated illusionists known in the world have collaborated and built this very extravagant, elaborate illusion around the tower itself.
I had to get it on this animal sound.
Yeah. The main doors as you approach are this sort of tall, imposing oak doors with runes and sigils and various metals inlaid into it. They sort of creak open. You can see the inside. There is a lobby area immediately in front with a receptionist's desk. And you see that beyond them is an opening into a larger, possibly circular room. And there are hallways both left and right.
Is Betty there?
There is someone sitting at the desk, as you approach, who immediately, again, like wearing small spectacles, clocks you. There is a brass nameplate that says Betty, but this Betty is a GIF. This is a large hippopotamus person. So they're about 8 feet tall. Galen, they are bigger than anyone I think you have seen, except and even including Vec, just by virtue of being so much more massive, like same height, but like wide and built. Sort of a
posturing, hypothetical hippopotamus type person.
You might say it was all of those things. Yeah, like, little ears, a bit of a bristle, and the face that sort of sticks forward, and surprisingly delicate fingers, at least, for like a big, massive being. But knowing all this and this person waiting for you, how would you like to proceed?
Do I try my illusion again? It failed horribly on the last Betty. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to copy Gregory with my minor illusion.
Okay.
So Gregory's walking in with us to, give us street cred.
Yeah.
Can't remember how his voice sounded exactly, but, I'll fake it.
Sure.
This went terribly before.
Yeah, I know, but it already happened. I created a Gregory. It's in the past. Just accept him, okay? He's part of the gang now.
I will say that that this happens sort of as you guys are approaching the main doors. You look over and suddenly Yorick, the person you know as Yorick, is not there anymore. And you see what looks like Gregory.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm not turning into Gregory. I'm creating a minor illusion of Gregory.
Aha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Right.
Gotcha.
Gregory, before we walked in the door, a new Gregory joined us.
Okay. So yeah.
Charming little satyr.
Gregory, I thought you were leaving.
Oh, well,
Gregory, I thought you were leaving.
I'd come along, I felt like, the tour was going so well. I should just, continue the tour. I enjoyed squiring you about the college tremendously. Don't worry about me. Don't mind me. I'm just a little guy.
You look over, you see Alistair just kind of like raising his eyebrows like, yes, I'm quite glad we have Gregory with us.
Yeah, I'm over here just kind of shaking my head, frowning a little bit.
The more the merrier. More friends is never bad.
Unless they're so shallow, they're non-existent.
I was going to just say,
Why
unless there's
would you
only
say that
one
about
bottle
Gregory?
of whiskey, but geez.
He's so charming.
I would say Rivulet and Galen, both of you can make an investigation check as you enter the building, if you would like.
Investigate. Investigate.
11 plus a minus
10.
1. I got a 10.
Which is 1 less than my passive.
Well, at least you get a plus 1.
Seems pretty real. Seems like Gregory maybe just decided at the last minute to hop through the portal after you guys. It definitely, whatever's happening, it's very convincing.
All right.
Compelling Gregory.
Yeah, very compelling Gregory. So do you all enter the building with pseudo Gregory? It's got to be a good portmanteau for that. I don't know what it is. Gregory walking nearby.
Gregory.
And you see this large GIF, also
Greg
named
Turi.
Greg Turi. Yeah, that's pretty
Nailed it.
As you approach, Betty the GIF looks down from her great height at everyone and goes, "Welcome to the Illusion School. My name is Betty. How can I help you today?"
Well, Betty, it's very pleased to meet you on this side in the Illusion School. We're
looking for a professor.
Yes, we're looking for a
We
professor.
have a
As
singing
my friend Garen
telegram
says.
to deliver.
Please respond to our invoices.
Somebody make a deception check with advantage. I honestly don't care.
No!
With advantage. With advantage.
Yeah, Galen.
I got +4 for deception.
Okay,
Okay.
I already rolled.
Deceive away.
No, you're a little
No,
princess.
that didn't count. And also, we have advantage. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was my idea. Oh. 8 plus 4 is 12.
For doing that
Okay,
one.
there's worse
I
rolls.
will. I will. You can have advantage. See if you.
Oh, nat 20, baby. Galen
Fucking
is
amazing.
the lucky
The best
motherfucker.
singing telegram ever.
It is the best singing telegram. And like you guys, like you begin breaking into song and you see people in the lobby like stop what they're doing and like start gathering around you. And Betty is kind of like in a kind of odd way to see for an 8-foot tall, massive hippo person, like kind of like bobbing their head along a little bit and like, oh yes, there's the invoices. There's damn invoices.
I have some dancing lights going on in the background.
Fuck yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you're kind of like shooting water out.
Yeah, I get in us on this with more dancing lights. They're like illuminating Galen.
Alistair like very awkwardly tries to start juggling next to you. Actually, let's see. He just drops everything, like throws, like he's like, like throws 4 objects in the air and just lets them all fall at
Panic
once.
juggling.
Yeah, absolute panic juggling. As you finish this, a few of the people nearby like toss a few gold at you. They're like, I'd
I'm
pay
gonna
for that
add-
singing
Oh, yeah.
telegram. Shit, that was great. That was the
Great.
best singing telegram I ever fucking heard.
Let's add some gold.
I pick up the gold as I bow.
Roll me a d10.
I roll a d10. Okay.
Yeah.
How much gold do we get?
What is this? 2.
Ah,
It's a 2.
It is an assortment of silver,
200.
silver. There's 1 gold piece and like almost 20 silver pieces a day. Yeah, it's about 2 gold.
Okay, great. Take
Eating
it.
good
We'll take
tonight.
it. Obviously, we'll split it.
As
It's ours.
as you finish, Betty just begins clapping. Like this golden coins come your way. Like everyone around kind of like starts clapping for a minute, and then they all begin dispersing. And she goes, "That was great. That was I'll be sure to book your services when I would like to send a singing telegram. Do you have a business card or some way that I can reach you? That was really exceptional."
Oh, we're actually relocating soon, so we're not taking any more gigs in the area at the moment. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
That's I'm sorry I didn't get in on the ground floor. Then do let me know when you have reestablished your business. Now, where did you say this was going?
We're going to sing a very special telegram to Professor Raider Alpenstrength.
Oh yeah, the professor. Yes, that'll be on the 4th floor, and to the right. So there's a number of different ways. She starts kind of like gesturing a little bit and leads you kind of over towards this inner room. So what you can see is that the left and right hallways are both any sort of ground floor offices and a stairway that begins leading up, sort of wrapping around the curve of the building. The center, as she leads you there, is just a big open column. It looks like it is sort of the magical equivalent of an elevator shaft in that wizards are just flying up and down casually. A few people on brooms that are moving. You see a couple people also just like vanish in a little burst of mist and reappear the floor down. But it's basically, probably about a 60-foot diameter circle that just goes all the way up to a sort of a transparent roof. 100 or so feet of just like a clear open area. And Betty goes, so you can take the stairs if you'd like. We do sometimes have brooms available for visitors. They'd usually be in that little rack over there. Do you need anything else from me?
Oh, you've been very helpful, Betty. I think we can take it from here. Do you need a broom to use the magical elevator, or can one just sort of step in and float upwards?
Most of those wizards have in fact cast the fly spell on themselves. So
all right.
If you don't know that, you might want a broom or something similar, or the stairs.
All right, then. Stairs it is, I suppose.
She returns to her desk, and you all begin walking up the stairs. As you guys ascend,
Question. So our friend Gregory totally got away with the illusion in the illusion school?
he is just kind of silently walking next to you.
Just want
And-
to,
yeah,
we're
that's-
in an illusion school.
Fair.
Plenty of illusions walking around. He blends in with all the other illusions.
There.
Why are you
So
trying to out
Yeah,
my
one
illusion?
of the assignments for the classes is to make an illusion guy
Right,
follow
exactly.
you around.
Right.
Until
I love it.
As you guys are going up the stairs, I would like everybody to make a perception check.
All right, perceiving.
Perceive me.
I got a 5. Woo!
oh,
All
Fuck
right.
yes.
Rivulet perceives
5.
excellently.
Everything.
All.
I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess this up for
5.
y'all. Sorry.
5.
5. So as you go up, Yorick, I think you're, again, like, there's another Betty. She's got her spectacles, and you're, like, still kind of stuck in your head a little bit about what those actually do and what she might see. Galen, I think this is, to you, just like, there is so much happening, right? There is magic happening all over. There's people flying in that column that you can see every time you pass a floor, and there's like
I'm
an
just
open
a
spot
simple
there.
guy.
And it's a little overwhelming.
I'm just a brute force.
Rivulet,
I finally got over the dis and now can think clearly.
now that you're like, well, I'm never actually going to go to this school, and what do I do to make sure, like, but yeah, like in the not worrying about Betty the bugbear anymore, you take in a lot more. And actually, like, you and Alistair kind of, I think, have very, very almost the same perception, and like begin whispering a little bit as you go up. So you notice a number of things. There are a ton of people, lots of people around. You also see that some of them are in fact illusory, of varying natures and varying skills. There's a few, even you guys with 5s, but your passive is not 5; it's at least 10. Like, there are absolutely trainee illusionists, like people that you're like, that's supposed to be a human, and it basically looks like a discolored blob about 5 feet tall in the air. There are students practicing in the corridors. There are, noises of a lecture coming out of some different rooms. There is a practice room, it looks like, on at least one floor, and you see just like a gout of magical fire kind of like leap out of it, and someone going, shit, 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 put it out, put it out. I think at this point also, you, Rivulet, look over and you realize this is an illusory Gregory. It like you now that you're like taking a look at it and like comparing to some of the well-crafted illusions that better wizards have done, is like
Hurtful.
Better is the wrong word. More advanced. if you would say that they had a level from 1 to 20, it might be that Gregory has been cast by a level 3, and some of these other illusions have been cast by levels in the double digits.
Okay. Now I feel less hurt.
But although it is quite good, it takes on a little bit almost like a see-through quality now that you know what you're looking for and you know how to spot it. And as you get up to the 4th floor, you see about 40 feet down the curve of the hallway, a door that looks ostentatious compared to the ones around it. As if either illusions or actual craft has gone into it to make it stand out. And as you all approach that, you see it is in fact the office of Professor Raider Alpenstrength. Doors closed at the moment. And as you approach this, there's not a lot on this floor. It seems like it's more faculty offices or something. There's a few people kind of across the open column from you, but like not a lot.
I'd like to call a group huddle and create a plan for how we're going to deal with this fellow. I know certainly from reading the thoughts of First Betty, Bugbear Betty, that he's not very nice, and he's been sort of drafting off the coattails of his father and rather not well regarded. And, given that he's been having dead things mailed to him, I don't know how trustworthy he might be. So everyone be on your guard. Does anyone have any thoughts about how to handle this situation?
I would like to have a little speech that we can do it and make everyone feel better and have a advantage. What's the thing?
Oh, you're going to make an inspiring speech?
Yeah, I have an inspiring thing. I'm an inspiring being.
Your bardic inspiration, or do you have a different
like
one?
A bard?
Yeah, totally.
Well, while you look for that,
Yeah.
this is what I'm thinking.
All right.
This guy might be pretty messy. He might be pretty weird. He might be pretty messed up. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, he's probably pretty neat where he is, right? This is his place of business. I'd watch out for booby traps, secret people watching out for him. You know,
Right.
we don't know who is
He is a professor of illusion, so we know he's tricky.
right. Yeah, that's
Don't
all I'm
believe-
saying.
I might be able to help. I've read many books about disarming traps.
Oh, splendid. Do tell us.
Well, there was Disarming Traps #1, and there was also, it's a 3-part series, and there was also 101 Dungeon Traps and You. Well, I've read them. I suppose I haven't really tried yet.
Well, academic knowledge is better than no knowledge at all. Shall we check for traps outside? Also, are we going to politely knock on this door or just barge in and demand that he answer our questions?
Well, yeah, this is the thing I'm thinking. How did you feel about that off-the-cuff kind of singing telegram thing? Should we dig into
Right,
that
that's
more?
true. That
Should we
did
go
work
somewhere
wonders
else?
the night before, yeah.
I feel like it's disarming and charming and...
Right.
It really worked. They were all very, very
Charming
captivating.
illusionist, I like it.
I think I ought to perhaps work on my juggling or something. I
Well,
don't really sing.
How about you test the waters? Go up, knock on the door. The idea is to say, have a singing telegram, and as a courtesy, we don't surprise you with it anymore because the last person died of a heart attack or something like that. Then you peek around, peek into the room, see what you can see, and come back, and then, then we'll give us the lowdown, and then we'll go up singing
Okay, I like
about
this
the
idea.
invoices. And then when we get to the end of the phrase, we all, I don't know what to do once we're in there singing.
Perhaps we keep winging it.
We could investigate the room for traps or any other evidence of zombies, skeletons.
I mean, should we subdue this guy and interrogate him? Are we
I
like,
don't think we should go in with that as a plan. He might be more powerful than we think.
maybe the song is just asking, and maybe he'll sing along with us?
It's worth a shot. Princess, you haven't weighed in. I
I
know
think
you.
that's the most brilliant idea I've ever heard, and I'm going to inspire you all with my praise.
Oh,
You have 2 left for the next 10 minutes. So I'm going to say that goes to these 2.
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So Yorick and Galen, you both have a D6 for the next 10 minutes that can be added to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
all right, let's do a bunch of stuff.
Great.
All right. So I'm going to knock, and all right. Alistair kind of like steps up to the door, and I believe the 3 of you sort of like slightly duck out of sight against the curve of the wall is the plan. And he, okay, one more, and he, I don't think he's
Just go
home.
inside.
Just
what-
try the
okay,
door.
okay,
Try
okay.
the door.
It's locked. Oh, one moment. I can do this. You see, he like ducks down, pulls out a clearly very new set of like lock picking tools.
no.
Like has to like remove the magical
wrapping
shrink wrap
paper.
off of it and tucks it in his pocket. Like
my God.
absolutely never been used.
Octopuses are actually incredible lock pickers.
Should we ask my buddy?
The fish?
Let me give it.
No, the
one-
octopus hanging out in my hair.
Oh, that's
Let me just perhaps
I
next.
start like tickling the octopus, talking to it in that old octopus way.
Make me a religion check, please.
Religion check. Why a religion check?
Just Galen?
Just Galen.
9.
Um,
Why do I have
As
such
you-
a poor
as you do-
religion?
well, it is
I'm
how's
losing
your
my religion.
your intelligence,
Trying
because
to get
it would be
a
based on your
clue.
intelligence score.
I don't have any
Yeah.
What about your past?
intelligence.
So, Galen, you start like trying to make little octopus noises that you remember, and you reach in and Rivulet, you feel your octopus like reach a few tentacles out of your hair to like interact again with Galen. Galen, there's a moment. There's a very quick moment when you swear you know what the octopus is saying, and you swear for a moment you hear a little, yeah, we're fucking great at picking rocks. And then it's gone. And it's just an octopus. wiggling its tentacles. But there's this moment when you're like, as it touched you, you thought you understood it.
Well, I was trying to see if he would pick the lock for us, you know.
Well, he's at the moment just giving you some like tentacle hand interaction as you tickle it. But Alistair bends over pulls out the brand new lockpicks. After not a moment, but like it takes you can see is like, okay, but I'm like kind of talking to himself. Okay, the first one goes there, and then you lift, and then the other one, and like sounds like he's trying to remember instructions. It takes a moment, and then you hear a little click. I got it. And it turns, and the doorknob begins turning, and he begins opening the door. So perhaps we all go in, and then I'll shut this behind us and relock it. What do we do?
Everybody go in quickly.
Do it.
So you all hustle into this office, and he pulls the door closed and locks behind him. So why don't everybody make me a perception check in this room?
In the darkness.
You see a number of things.
Ooh, I got 18. Yes.
Right.
Hey, I got an 18.
Got a 7.
So much perceiving going on.
See, that's
So,
lucky
I was born to
Galen for you.
perceive.
Much perceiving going on.
Either doing great or doing
Horribly.
There's like no middle ground. So as you look around, it's immediately, again, very ostentatious. You see a large wooden, like fine wooden desk, kind of like far too large for one person, facing the door with a big, what seems to be a mirror initially behind it, but window behind the desk. The walls both have bookshelves. There's a few tables with some sort of knickknacks and various quasi-magical implements or bits of filigreed metal, somewhere between art and functional sort of things to like put a hat or a wand or even a ring onto, some sort of like jewelry stands. What was yours total?
7.
7. So you all notice also immediately the window is a not well done illusion. Yorick and Galen immediately are just like, oh, that is actually like he didn't merit an actual window.
I merit a window.
And you're just like, I can just see through that to the wall. Rivulet, you even are like, it's not right. There's like it should be, it's supposed to look like a forest maybe, but like if you look at it, it's kind of blurry and out of focus.
Is it like AI type vibes? Like it's like I think
it's like AI.
It looks like it's supposed to look like a tree, but it's not really
It's like
a tree.
you told Dolly to make a blurry Ansel Adams photo of an alien landscape.
Oh no.
And then add moving images. So there's like blurry, out of focus animals. Yeah. I think that is what you all immediately take note of.
Rivulet starts playing with the who's its and what's its galore.
There's some really cool stuff. There's definitely like, you see a little contraption of balls that clack back and forth when you like drop them because those things are very silly and fun. And of course, this kind of guy would have them in his office. There's like a number of other little like various fidgets of things. And
She starts playing with the clanky thing until somebody distracts her from that.
Alice was like, perhaps we, you can keep it going, but perhaps we should search a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to detect magic and see if there's any other illusions that are concealing anything in the room.
Are you casting or ritual casting? Taking an action or taking...
I feel like we don't have all day, so
Okay.
I'm going to cast it.
Okay, Alistair is going to look around. Galen, what are you doing?
Can I do a divine sense?
Sure.
Celestial, fiend, or undead? Because I'm thinking maybe there's more zombie. Maybe there's some zombies
Ooh,
here.
oh, okay,
If this
yeah.
guy's sending zombies around, maybe he's got a little file cabinet of zombies there pulling them out of him. So I can use this feature 5 times.
Yes, you can. So you hold on to your amulet. Think about this moment. I feel like for you, when you do this, like the pupils and irises of your eyes change and become very octopus-like.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
they got
yeah.
like that cool sort of like the button effect going on.
Yeah.
So you do that and look around. I would say there is there's one book on a shelf that gives you a little undead vibe. There's no celestial or fiend or is it fae as well? In any case.
We don't care about the face.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's just celestial fiend undead. So there is one book gives you a sort of undead necromantic feeling.
So I go grab it and stop flipping through.
Yorick, as you cast your detect magic, so the area around you is almost kind of like blinding because so many things are magic and you're in this magical tower. But in this room, you again are just like that fake window is just a badly done illusion.
Right.
You also get a small ping of necromancy coming from bookshelf, and you see Galen walking over to the exact book that it's coming from.
Okay. Any other secret illusion protections, fake walls, bookshelves with drawers hidden in them, etc.?
There is a little pulse of abjuration from the bottom right desk drawer.
Okay, great.
And that's all that you detect at the moment.
Okay, great. I will go to that desk drawer and open it.
And that lasts for 10 minutes. So Riviat, you see stuff is happening. Galen is beelining for a bookshelf. Yorick glows and you feel a little pulse of magic and then goes to a desk drawer. Are you still clacking?
Well, I'm at the table with the little clacky clack thing, and so I'm noticing what's happening with the drawer.
Why don't you, as you're kind of watching all this, why don't you give me an insight check?
I'm really obsessed with this clackety clack thing.
Really fucking interesting. Really interesting.
I've never seen one of these before.
Galen,
Yeah.
you pull out a book and it is it's not necromancy for dummies. It is a more sophisticated version of that, but it is you actually don't even like the feel of this book in your hands. Ew. Being the paladin that you are, something about this magic it feels oily and greasy and kind of unpleasant to you. But it seems to be textbook, a tome, something containing necromantic magic.
Smells weird too.
It does. It smells. What would octopus not like? It smells like something gross that octopuses don't like.
Smells like
shark.
stainless steel and
Fire,
dolphins.
fire, charcoal,
Yeah.
That's like
Dolphins.
ink.
Smells like air.
Orcas. Smells like raw air. It's that terrible air.
Hello, fellow tradespeople. This is Ben. I hope you are enjoying this podcast as much as we are. If you are, please leave us a 5-star rating on whatever podcast platform you are listening on. Also, go ahead and follow us on social media at The Roll Report Cast. If you are feeling especially supportive and fancy and delightful, you can also support us on Patreon, which we would really love and appreciate. And you get all kinds of really fancy special bonus perks for doing that. All right, back to the show.
So Yorick, you open this drawer. Mm-hmm. You see a small piece of silver wire that is broken, and the abjuration vanishes.
Okay, so I just triggered a trap, it sounds like.
Make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
Low DC, but
Okay, great. I have very high Arcana bonus. Mm-hmm. It's a 12.
That honestly, that's enough. You know that this is a component from the alarm spell.
Okay.
And I think also, yeah. I think with a 12, you're sure that it's not going to blow up in your face right now, but Raider or whoever set this spell on this drawer has been alerted that it was opened.
Okay. All right, everyone, I'm afraid I wasn't very careful opening that drawer. We're probably going to have company shortly, so we probably want to finish this search and get out of here as quickly as possible at this point.
Okay, I feel inspired to actually pay attention to what's going on, and I do an investigation.
Sure.
And get a 6.
You find
Rolling.
another really amazing kinetic sculpture.
I'm just a teenage dirtbag baby.
Okay, so wait, was there anything else in the drawer?
Yes,
Okay.
there was.
Because I want it.
So
Like a chocolate bar.
in this drawer, there is a spell book.
Okay.
With like a quick flip through it. It looks like it is maybe a couple things you might know, maybe some things that you don't know, and maybe a couple things that might even be like beyond your current grasp of magical knowledge.
Steal it.
And I'm
Steal
going
it.
to remember that is a thing and detail it.
Okay, great. Yep, I take it.
Great. Anything
This
else?
is
in there?
mine now.
I mean,
Sorry,
wait,
jump.
I need some advice, y'all. Should I take this crazy oily
Yeah.
necromancer?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to be
just don't
your
know how to
decision.
read so well.
If it's like creepy.
Oh, I
you know.
can read just.
But there could be some other important clues that he has like hidden in it or something.
So Alistair's also kind of been like looking at various things. He's got a little notepad out and like occasionally writing notes, and is also going through some of the other parts of the desk. And he, at this point, kind of looks over and just goes, just so we all know, Raider's sort of an ass, a large one, very insecure, and I think this office very much reflects that. And he starts kind of walking along the bookshelf. He wrote that one, he wrote that one, he wrote that one, he wrote that one, he wrote that one. Wrote, I say, probably hired a ghostwriter or something, and they didn't sell well or at all, and most critics sort of poo-pooed them, to say the least. Very odd, this. And as he moves over to the desk and looks, you see he actually like looks down into that same drawer, and as you pull the spellbook out, taps on it, and there's like a little bit of a hollow sound. He like looks around in it and pulls up sort of the bottom of the drawer and pulls out a few more papers, and he spreads them out on the desk so everyone can take a look. And as you, it does look like he has been, at the very least, practicing necromancy, which is not the worst thing, but it seems
There's
like
a whole
he
school for it.
did not want people to know about it. And you also see that the last page of this is, in fact, what looks like a shipping manifest or sort of an invoice. And it is for, but it seems to exactly correspond to the crates that
All
came
5 crates.
off of your ship.
Or 7.
Or another one similarly, but that number of crates.
A smoking magical finger. We've caught him. We know he's a baddie now for sure.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard
this
that
guy's
expression
a
before. I thought it was
baddie.
a smoking magical wand. Finger is better.
Right.
thought it was
well,
a
we don't know
smoking
how
butt.
he casts his spells.
Like a cigarette butt.
Anyway, whatever. Not getting caught up on that. He's a baddie. We've got the evidence. We should take it back to Vec.
Yes.
She'll know what to do.
Let's go to vet.
You all begin like heading out of this office, and you see Alistair kind of pulls it closed behind him and pulls out his tools and begins fiddling with it again.
I don't think that's important.
No time for that.
It was locked before. He would know someone.
She's already knows.
Can't you
Yeah,
just
he already
twist
knows.
the thing from the inside and shut it?
We got to make our
already
getaway.
knows.
No, but that's a
we broke
brilliant
in.
idea. Someone should invent that in this world. As you turn away, as you turn away and begin retreating down the hallway towards the stairwell, you see one figure approaching. It looks like a medium height elf, but looks very old. And sort of, insofar as it's easy to tell with an elf, which not always easy, looks female probably, and looks old. Looks like however long they've been around, they're very old. And they're kind of wearing this drab jumpsuit and carrying a broom. And as they walk closer, hello, dearies. What brings you to the tower? And
Oh, we're
kind of
delivering
awkwardly sweeps the stairs.
a telegram.
Oh.
Singing telegram. It's our last day before we go into retirement.
A singing telegram. Interesting. Well, who were you delivering it to?
I can't actually remember the name now. It's lost on
And
me.
it's confidential. We
Who
don't
was
share.
it? Oh, right.
They didn't
That's
tip
it.
either.
We can't reveal that, I'm afraid. It's very secret
it is a-
information.
Everybody make a deception check.
Oh, 9 plus 3 at 12.
Deceiving going. Oh, okay. 15.
Oh, 16 plus 4 is a 20.
Okay, so the worst one we got was a 12.
Okay. You see this person sort of nods. Oh, well, that seems very normal. What was that one doing at the professor's door?
Okay, at this point, my Gregory illusion is gonna make a really loud squawk and just run down the hall in the other direction.
Gregory.
Sure. Yeah. Gregory squawks and begins running. Must have eaten something. Something. Alistair's just really awkwardly in front of the door. And this person goes, was that the young man from... Something is very, very wrong. I'm not sure if I like this.
Well, we have to be going now. We've got a lot of important songs to sing today.
Goodbye.
A lot of really important people that need songs.
Keep your voices
Goodbye,
warm,
though.
crew.
Thanks.
Come on. La, 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 la.
Singing awkwardly, you all just sidestep around this person and keep going. Everybody give me an investigation check as you go. As you kind of, so that he's sort of this person kind of standing in the middle of this
13.
17.
Dirty 20.
Rivulet and
That's
Yorick, you get close enough. As you look, there's a moment when this seems like a thing, and then you look past, and this is very much a disguise, a decently done magical disguise. But underneath it, you see a taller human man. Looks pretty beefy, not Galen strong, but definitely seems to work out, and sort of a big nose and a mustache and very pointy goatee is looking out at you. And as you all keep walking,
I cast fog.
once again, the Rivulet summons a piece of her innate magic, a fog cloud out from you in
And then
all
I run
directions.
away as fast as I can.
You hear behind you just go, "Did you break into my office? That's fucking rude." And you hear, do any of you speak Abyssal?
No, I
just speak primordial.
Draconic. Yeah.
Okay. You hear this sort of weird hissing sounding language. Do you all follow Rivulet, by the way? You can't necessarily see, just fog happened, and then there's a sense of movement as Rivulet started running.
After we get a safe distance away, so I do follow Rivulet, and then I want to cast Sleep on him.
Okay. As you burst out the other side of the fog cloud, are you also following?
Oh, I totally follow.
Okay.
I almost thought maybe I should also bring in some marine layer action, but I don't think she needs it. You burst out of this fog cloud, and you hear a little more of this strange hissing language from back behind you. And as you bolt towards the staircase, you see pools of shadow from the edges of the door and of the stairway begin pooling together on the floor and growing into a strange, shadowy spirit that looks at you with a blank black face, opens a huge, unhinged black jaw, and shrieks.
Nope.
And Everybody roll initiative.
Woohoo! Glorious battle.
Tried so hard.
Wait, did my sleep spell go off before we got into combat?
Yeah, so I think as you burst out of the cloud, looking back, cast this spell, and as you turn to keep running, see this shadow begin growing. You guys were casting it about the same time, so that's how I will resolve that.
Great.
Right, and let's get those
Running away.
initiative rolls. Ooh,
I rolled an 18.
18.
14.
14
Oh my gosh, what number is it?
14.
plus your initiative bonus.
Oh.
Plus 4. So that's 18 as
oh,
well.
yeah, 18, bro.
Right, but you rolled an 18.
No, I had a 17 plus 1.
Okay.
Oh. What's my initiative?
Your bonus
Plus 2.
is there.
Oh, so I'm 16.
Hey.
Actually.
Okay, that's pretty high
It's a
initiative.
good start.
Yeah, good start.
16?
We're off to a good start.
Okay. So you guys are running towards the stairwell, trying to get out of this building. You burst out of the fog cloud. Yorick looks back, sends a sleep spell flying, and as you look forward, you see this strange, shadowy creature growing out of the shadows. But Yorick casts sleep. So, what does your sleep spell look like? Is it anything extra special and cool?
Well, I'm flinging it pretty quickly, but I'm definitely firing it with the hand with my magical focus ring on it. And I take a moment to focus across the ring as I zoom it precisely at the location where I believe the person is on the other side of the fog cloud.
I think because the whole building sort of curves a little bit, as you get out of that 20 feet, I think you have at least a little bit of window. So roll me some sleep dice.
Yeah,
because
okay,
he doesn't even get to
5d8.
save.
Yeah, right.
No.
Exactly. Okay, let's see. How do I do this on the... Okay,
I
yeah, here we go.
I have plenty of D8s if you want, but I think
5d8s. I'm going to have the computer do my math. 24.
24. You can surmise that he does have more hit points than that, because there is a moment, there's just a moment you see he's dropped the illusion. So Galen, you see this now too, where this elderly elven woman is a tall, burly human man. For just a moment, sort of leans against the wall and I didn't get my afternoon nap today, but no. You guys broke into my office. Yeah. And you see him let off this spell that begins, this shadow grows and appears in front of you, sort of blocking the stairwell. And it looks like sort of just this, scraggly haired, emo shadow just going, I'm very sad. I'm so sad. I think I'm going to scream about it. I'm really sad though. Yorick, you would still have movement. Yeah, I'm going to say you still have movement. You use your action to throw that spell, but you want to do anything else?
Oh, okay. Okay.
You also got inspired by me.
You do still, both of you still have a D6 of inspiration. I'm going to say for about 3 rounds, because you use some of that time exploring the office.
Okay. With my movement, I am going to produce my quarterstaff and put myself equidistant between the shadow monster and the mage Rainer.
Okay.
How far apart are they?
They're about 40 feet, right? Because you guys ran towards, he's standing at the top of that stairwell, and about 40 feet back where you came. The fog cloud is still up, but that was where Raider's office door was. So he is standing kind of partway around the curve of this floor of the tower.
Okay. I am facing to protect the rest of the party in case anyone is going to emerge from the fog cloud. So basically, I'm doing the rear guard action.
Cool. All right. Galen, that's over to you. You burst out of this fog cloud and there is this weird, sad-looking, very emo shadow spawn in front of you. I'm very sad, but that was pretty cool how you popped out of the fog, I guess.
Can I grapple?
Can you grapple this thing?
Maybe
I think you can grapple this thing.
Like a comforting kind of grapple, where someone needs a hug.
You totally can try to grapple this thing.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Okay. You run up. I will say, as you get to within 5 feet, as you start trying to tackle it, so you're going to make an athletics check for me. And this thing is going to see if it can break out.
13.
Okay. 18.
Oh,
okay.
man.
So I think what happens as you run in towards it, as you get up and you start like trying to lunge and tackle, it looks at you with the full force of all of its sad, emo, asymmetrical haircut and just goes, aren't you really sad for me too? And you in this moment just feel so sad. How could you possibly tackle this poor thing? So your grapple misses. And you feel the weight of sorrow. Right now,
My own
your
heart.
speed is reduced by 20 until the start of your next turn.
What?
Just the sheer soul-crushing emo sadness of this thing. Yeah, I know, it's really sad, isn't it? Thanks for
take a
having
load
sympathy. That's a good idea.
I feel you, man.
Do you want to use a bonus action, Galen?
Well, I guess if I was gonna do any kind of bonus action,
It'd be a really sad one.
I don't know. I'm just not feeling up for it right now.
Bonus action mope.
Bonus action, you just have a really sad face, and and your hair instinctively starts parting itself asymmetrically.
Yeah, and I find a pen in my bag and I start filling in my fingernails with black.
Amazing. Rivulet, that's to you.
I start whispering directly to the mage about how he's an egomaniac and nobody actually likes him, and he's a failure and he doesn't even create good illusions. His mirror or window is terrible.
Hey, that's like, I worked really hard on that window.
We saw right through it. Worst window ever.
Yeah, of course you look through it. It's a window.
Look, that was so bad. It was basically unremarkable. I can't believe I'm even talking about it.
Amazing. So you were casting Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah.
Okay. He is going to make a wisdom save. Do a thing. That is a dirty 20. He succeeds. He goes,
Okay, look, that's like pretty cool what you're doing with your voice there, but like, I know that my window illusion was really good. My dad told me he was super proud of me. So, nice try.
bonus action and or movement.
Bonus actions.
There you go.
I can do a starry form.
You totally can.
Yep. I'm gonna
right.
get all starry.
Yeah.
And attack. I'm gonna choose archer because I get bonus thing from it.
Yeah, when you activate this form, you can make a ranged spell attack. Are you trying to hit Raider or are you trying to hit the shadow
Raider.
emo boy? Okay. Yeah, totally.
11.
11 does not hit.
Like so bad.
You shift. I would say in this place, your form is much more silvery and almost like wispy or cloud-like. Like it's, I think when you are in the material plane, your form is like very galaxy and stars and blackness of space. And here it's got a much more the silver tinge of the astral, and it's almost as if like your hair, especially, sort of like feathery and wispy and waving out and like a little bit different than it usually is. You do notice that, but you turn back and send a starry bolt flying, and it goes wide. And Rangers goes,
okay, maybe instead of like criticizing my window, you should like aim better or
She
something.
rolls her eyes really indignantly.
Anything else for you?
Can I do anything?
You have movement if you want. I would say right now, kind of as you come out of the clouds, the shadow thing is probably 15 feet away from you. And then like behind you past the fog cloud is Raider. But it's mostly, do you want to...
I'm gonna nip into the clouds and hide.
Okay. You duck back into the fog cloud, and the rest of you see Rivulet disappear. That is Alistair's turn. He looks around and he goes, This sort of went, as they say, tits up, I believe. And he pulls his short bow off of his back, and he's going to take a shot at Raider. No, that is an 8. 8 plus 5 for you, buddy. Not going to do it. That didn't work. Yes, perhaps. He looks over and he just goes, I know your father, and he's very disappointed. And he is going to use his insightful fighting. Let's see. Okay. Okay, terrible. Against his deception. Okay, so remember that Alistair rolls a 12, and this guy rolls a 21. It does not work. Okay.
I wanted to run away.
I was trying to get inside his hand. It didn't quite work. I don't know. And that is his turn. Okay. Raider at the end of the initiative order is going to, he kind of moves around toward closer to the edge of, there's like a railing so no one just falls into the center column, but he moves closer to the column so he has a little bit more of a view. And he looks at you, Rivulet, and he says, okay, maybe you should just redeco my office and redo that illusion spell. And while you're at it, maybe you can just hang out in my office and tell me what you're doing. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
15 plus 3, 19.
Cleanly beats it. There's just a moment, you feel the magical power of this suggestion, and you're just I'm not going to do what this chump says. And the suggestion does not work. He goes, that was a really good idea. What's wrong?
Rivulet says, I don't take orders from lamos like you.
Burn.
Sick burn.
Sick teenager burn.
Look, okay, that's very hurtful.
And it is the...
do I get a responsive attack because he engaged with me?
No.
Not without a reaction, probably, yeah.
Okay, sad boy,
I don't like these people. And you see the shadow just goes, he's so annoying and I don't want to do anything, but I have to do what he says. And it lets out a very sad emo shriek. Everybody make a wisdom save, please.
Wisdom save.
Oh no.
Alistair. 16.
Oh no.
I got a 7.
7.
What? about
You're
our
in good
passive?
company. You're in good company. Alistair rolls it's a 10, but still. If it was below a 14, which I think is, so Rivulet, Yorick, and Alistair, suddenly something about it is no longer just pathetic. It is scary as shit. So you are frightened. You can make the saving throw at the end of your turn again. Just to remind you, while you are frightened, you have disadvantage on attack rolls while you can see this creature and ability checks, and you can't move closer to it. But I think that is all it gets to do on this turn. That is all it gets to do. It goes, yeah, it's really fucking scary, isn't it? I mean, it's almost it's almost as bad as real shadow stuff.
You're really doing the shadow work there.
It's really trying. So that is its turn. Yorick, back to the top of the round. It is you.
Okay, great. I am going to assault this deep sadness with humor, and I will cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on the sad shadow.
Okay, hell yeah.
So the DC is 14, Wisdom 14.
Okay, it's got to roll pretty well. It rolls a 14.
Oh.
It has 0 bonus, but it is just enough. What do you say to the shadow? Come on, I feel like there's a tradition of
It's
the
true.
joke's got to happen.
I gotta try to make a joke.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Building on Rivulet's hilarious humor, I'll say, well, I think maybe if you want to be a little less sad, you should spend some more time on your shadow work.
I hear what you're doing and what you're saying, but like, I'm very in touch with my shadow, but like, that was pretty good.
Love, hate to see those rolls.
Totally.
It's just enough. Bonus action. And at the end of your turn, a wisdom save.
Okie doke. Oh, right. To see if I'm still scared.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no bonus actions. Wisdom save is a 17.
Succeeds. You are no longer frightened. You kind of realize just like, it's not actually scary. It's a bit pathetic.
Right. It's just kind of sad. My joke, even though it didn't cause it to laugh hideously, it still brought me back out of the terror. You know, I saved someone with humor. So I got that going for me.
Galen, that is to you. You are not frightened.
Yeah,
you tried to grapple this thing and you do feel, so yes. Mechanically, again, your speed has been reduced since you started within 5 feet of this creature. But otherwise, it doesn't actually affect your actions necessarily.
Can I still do a smite?
Hell yeah.
I'm ready to smite.
Yeah. Are you...
There.
do you want to do just one of your divine smites or one of the special ones, if that makes sense?
I think the thunderous smite is a little more exciting. Okay.
Cool.
I agree.
Thunderous smite.
So yeah, you cast your thunderous smite and then make an attack with your scimitar.
Oh, did I do that right? Just a D20? Or is it,
yeah. Plus 6.
Okay, so I got it changed, but it was a 5. So I had 11.
Not gonna hit, unfortunately. But your thunderous smite stays because it's a concentration spell. So that sticks around. Your scimitar just like crackles with thunder and energy and like almost vibrates. And as you swing it, the shadow just sort of slides out of the way, but your sword is still glowing and crackling with this energy and ready for the next time, perhaps.
I kind of wanted to use my lucky.
Go for it.
I'm gonna use
actually
luck.
the other. Yeah, go for it. Do it.
Wait, what were you gonna say though?
I was gonna say you two also have your inspiration. So you and Yorick still have a D6 that you can add to one of these rolls if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
It's only once?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're lucky you can re-roll the D20, and the inspiration can just add to that roll. But yeah,
I can't add the inspiration now. It's too late.
I think you said use your luck point. So use
I'm
your luck
gonna
point.
use the luck point.
Go for it.
And my inspiration.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
It's just a 6 right now.
Like a
it does.
D6.
It goes up as Rivulet levels up.
All right, shut up. I'm concentrating. Wow, fuck. I got a 16. Right? Is it plus 6 or plus 5?
It is the D20 plus 6, plus whatever the bonus is. What's the total?
So 17.
Hits.
Yes!
Definitely hit.
Thank God.
Amazing. So, okay. So with your thunderous, it's going to make a strength saving throw and you're going to deal, 2d6 thunder damage, another d6 of your scimitar plus 4. So 3d6 plus 4 damage to this thing. And we're going to see if it manages to make a strength save to resist. That's a 6.
So no then.
It does not manage to resist. What'd you get? 9.
Very
okay.
low.
But it also 9 damage plus how far does it get knocked backwards when it fails?
Roll again?
No.
The strength check.
It's pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone. So
wow, that was a thunderous smite.
that was a big
Thunderously
smite.
smitten.
Yeah. What does it look like as you smack this thing? And also as you get lucky.
Well, it's one of those things like if you don't try too hard, then everything comes together, right? So it's kind of lucky that I was dragged down to this apathetic state of mind before casting my thunderous smite, because that lackadaisical attitude actually facilitated a looseness in my spell casting, which has never before passed through my corporal reality. And
So you're saying you got out of your own way?
yeah, I got out of my own way. I looked like a natural doing it, you know? It was like super effortless.
As you do this, the rest of you, like your ears ring, a huge crack of thunder echoes through the entire tower. The Galen's sword flares with divine light. The shadow just goes, "Oh, lame, bro, ow," and like goes flying back into the stairwell. Since it's blocking it, I'm going to say it takes a D10 of fall damage and starts going down the stairs prone.
Yeah.
Even better.
Falling down the stairs.
Falling down the stairs.
Knocking him down the stairs. Can always win with that one.
Nice. It looks like bits of shadow stuff are like leeching off of it and just getting sucked back into the shadows of the walls. It looks like that hurt a lot. Galen, you still have your movement. You would have 10 feet of movement if you want to do something with it. Because use your bonus action to cast the smite.
Maybe go stand next to Rivulet.
She's kind of ducked back into the fog, so you can go stand like where you saw her disappear.
Okay.
Okay,
Go back into the fog.
great. Rivulet, that is to you.
I'm manifesting a really bright guiding bolt.
Okay.
The entire fog cloud is starting to light up because it's reflecting the light that I'm creating.
Yeah.
And I am like the source of the light.
So also just a quick note about your fog cloud or other concentration spells. You can drop them at any point. That is explicitly like anything you're concentrating on doesn't need an action, needs nothing. If you're like, I want to be done with that spell, you can just stop it.
Okay.
So, but you are still in the fog cloud and it is now lit up with a guiding bolt.
And I'm gonna send it towards our mage.
You need to get to a point where you can see him to do that.
Okay, I guess I step out of my fog.
Okay, so it's still up, but you pop back
emerge.
out. You slide past Galen, who's kind of there, like right next to you at the edge of the fog, and emerge.
Yes, and I send off this guiding bolt of lightning, or I don't know, is it lightning?
Light. Light's light.
It's
also
bolt.
you're glowing at this point as well because you are in your starry form. You just have this. Yeah, I think easy to find in the fog cloud. Yeah, great. Go ahead and roll that attack.
25.
Did you
20.
crit? Fuck yes. Amazing.
After all those ones.
Fucking dead. I know, it was time.
Was
Okay.
that lucky relaxation.
Was that one of your like bonus star map ones?
No,
it was using a spell slot.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And at first level.
Yeah.
Okay. So I may have just totally screwed myself like this, but the way that I said we would do criticals was a max damage roll plus your normal. So that means this is going to be
a lot of dice.
A lot of damage. 4d6 plus 24.
Yeah.
A lot of damage.
Sweet. All right, let's get some D6s out.
12.
Oh, yeah.
16, 18. That's 42. Yeah.
Mental math skills.
Well done. You lean out. You send this big bolt of divine light flying across the tower space. It blasts Raider like right in the chest. He goes flying back into his it I think blows him into his office door as he was kind of standing in front of it. And he staggers back upright, like his, this fancy sort of wizarding robe that he had is like torn. He's bleeding profusely, looks extremely hurt, and just goes like, "Ow, man, that was fucking rude. You guys are the ones who broke into my office and stuff. The hell?" Looks very upset and very badly hurt.
Okay.
As my bonus action.
When things go well, they go really well.
I'm going to use my starry form archer and do another ranged attack.
Rivulet.
Yep.
Coming with the damage.
And And I'm going to send out another luminous glowing light towards what is the
Raider.
Raider?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fuck him up.
It's a 12.
That does not hit.
My light just slightly strokes.
In this moment, you look over as like the remnants of the guiding bolt have sort of like really messed stuff up. You see this like glimmer of very finely made chainmail underneath the robe, and some of it's just beginning to poke through. Do you want to move more? Say it took you like 5 or 10 feet to get out of the clouds. So you have another 20 if you want.
Stepping back in the cloud.
Okay. Alistair, very embarrassed by his last turn, just goes, oh, that was a wonderful shot. I'm going to do it exactly as you did. Oh, wait, actually, I'm sorry. I didn't do something I was supposed to. 42.
Mhm.
Yes.
Can he even make that concentration? I will tell you that he needs to roll a 19 or a 20 to keep concentration on Sad Boy Shadow.
Oh, good, good.
I will roll in front of the table.
Nope.
No. Does not do it. I'm glad I remembered. So as that bolt hits, you see he just like completely loses concentration. He stands back up, red-faced and screaming and mad, yelling at you about the office door and stuff. As you look behind you down the stairs for a moment, and Galen's, you're kind of like there, ready. You see the shadow just kind of like slowly pulling itself back up to its feet. Just goes, oh man, that's cool. I get to just like go chill now. Peace. And it's like all of its shadow stuff just disperses in a wave and heads back into
The shadow.
into the shadows of the stairwell. Yes. The less corporeal shadows.
And that's why you always attack the main dude, man.
So true.
Alistair, very impressed, is going to, he's going to try to use his thing again. So he looks over and just goes, remember that thing when I said your father was not impressed? Very not impressed. Like, really? That your window, I could see through it without even trying. Raider just goes, yeah, my dad said he loved it. Shut up. Much better for Alistair. That is a 26 for his insight.
gosh.
I don't think Raider can do anything about deception in that case. Nope, that's a 4. Not only do you guys 100% know that his dad really didn't like the illusion window, like he is just kind of coming apart at the seams. Alistair is going to try to shoot him with another arrow. Does he hit? He does not. Off by 1. You see he sends an arrow flying across the way. It just like sticks for a moment into the chainmail. And as Raider like rips it off, like more of his robe is torn. You see more. It's like a full sort of chain shirt that glows a little bit and seems to be made of some very fancy metal. Alistair is going to duck into the fog cloud, just like kind of quietly trying to stay not in your immediate glimmering pool. It is Raider's turn. He staggers up, like picking himself back up off the ground, just like leans on the doorway for a second, looks back into his office and looks at you and just goes, oh, okay. Like, I don't know what's going on, but just, you can have the office. Like, I'm gonna go. This sucks. You guys are terrible. I'm leaving. And he takes off heading the other direction for the stairway on the opposite side of the building. He gets a good jump. You see him get almost all the way to that stairwell in his turn. And as he starts going down the stairs, you see Alistair like leans out of the fog, looks, just goes, oh shit, quick, we should capture him. He knows something. We've got to follow him, and begins tearing off after him. And as presumably, I'm going to say the three of you begin following, running through the fog cloud, which disperses, Rivulet still glowing brightly in full star form, Galen's like sword crackling with magic, and the ring on Yorick's finger glowing and lighting up as you all plunge after him into a chase. That's where we're going to end for today.
Fiendish, DM, fiendish.
I have a whole thing worked up for it, and I know we can't do it in 9 minutes or whatever, so.
All right.
We'll
save
do
it.
next time. Yeah. Amazing. Thank you all so much for listening. If you like what you hear, you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/TheRollReport. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at TheRollReportCast. Hey.
Follow me at Al Fenner. That's ALL. F as in Frankie, NNER, Al Fenner.
Yeah.
On the Instagram. Probably going to be a clown series of clown classes you could take with me, Fenner.
With you, Fenner. Yeah.
You can find my nerd content on Instagram at Ben_rogue.
And you can find all sorts of weird pictures of my face.
Give the people what they want.
KAYANEYY at Instagram.
Amazing. You can see my cats on Instagram at NoGoodCats. The cats that we keep talking to during the game and running around.
They really are delightful cats.
They really are.
And if you want to get squished by a dorky massage therapist, you can find me at kaiamazing.com.
Amazing.
Oh.
Get squished.
There you go.
I feel like that's my favorite euphemism for getting a massage I've heard in a long time.
Fun squish.
Get squished, bro.
Squished in a good way.
Squished in a really good way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Follow these amazing humans. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Support us on Patreon. That would be super cool. We would definitely appreciate it. And if you can, if you are listening to the show, leave us a review. Give us 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening to, and share it with a friend. Write us a nice review. Maybe I'll read it. It will be months behind when you actually posted it, no doubt, but maybe I will.
Apparently it's how these things work.
We all just rolled a really high charisma check. So now you have to.
It was a nat 20 persuasion, so do it. Were we right? Wait, what are we rolling?
We got a 3.
That was a D12 anyway. It doesn't
That one doesn't.
Breakers.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. And as we always do, a 5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Not
anymore.
We're fighting
the portal.
Fighting
In the office.
We went to the woods and let scary stuff happen.
so many shadows.
So many
Depressed
shadows. Sad boy shadow.
Get out of here.
Woo!